all, Namaste and welcome to today's English class of grade 10. We are in Unit 1 and today we are dealing with speaking and listening. Okay, so in Unit 1 we read reading related to driverless car, right? Under current affairs and issues. And today we are dealing with speaking and listening. So we are going to do activities given in speaking and listening session. So today's class we begin with our speaking activities. Okay, so speaking activities, we have the first activity over here is A. The following statements are from the article reading I. Okay, reading 1, reading I, whatever you call it. Reading fast, about driverless car, right? We read about that, and from there here we have some statements. Find who made these remarks. Okay, who said these things? Okay, these statements, and report them in your own words. Okay, so what do we need to do it? First of all, find out the person. Maybe person, or maybe, yes, maybe even driverless car. So we have to find out who is it. Then we have to report these statements. Okay, now are you ready? I hope you are ready. Okay, let's get started. Good evening. This car is all yours with no one up front. Who said this? Who said this? Yes, driverless car. Okay, if you need to report it to another person, then how do you report it? Okay. This is the way we report. While reporting statements into indirect form, what do we write? Okay, here you can write the driverless car. The driverless car announced. Okay, this is announcement. The car made announcement. So, announced that the car was all ours. Yours, ours, with no one up front, and wished a good evening. Okay, this is the way we write. This is the way we report it to someone. Similarly, next statement is, it's got to be able to cope with human drivers speeding. Who said this? Okay, this is said by David Hind. Okay, David Hind. So let's report it. While reporting it, it becomes David Hind said that, or you can say he said that. Here we have to clarify who said it. So David Hind said that it had got to be able to cope with human drivers speeding. Next. So we have next statement, driverless vehicles should be very calm and serene way of getting from A to B. Who said this? This is said by David Hind once again. So while reporting it, we can do it like this. David Hind said that driverless vehicles should be a very calm and serene way from getting A to B. Another statement, the whole insurance industry is looking into how they are going to deal with the change from a person being responsible in charge to the vehicle doing that. It is said by Richard Jinks. Okay, and how we can report it? Richard Jinks said that the whole insurance industry is looking into how they were going to deal with the change from a person being responsible and in charge to the vehicle doing that. Alright. We have completed activity A and it's time for us to go to activity B. Okay, what's there in activity B? Let's go there. Activity B. Here are some remarks people made to you this morning. Report them to your friends in the class. Okay, there is example. Father, you have progressed in your studies to a great deal. Okay, this is the remark made by father. While reporting it, how do we say? My father told me that I had progressed in my studies to a great deal. Likewise, we have A to F, the clues from A to F. Teacher, like teacher, I am very busy now. You have to report it. Sister, Sohan, Ramila, Alice, and Sophie. So they make some remarks, statements, and we are going to report that. Okay, how we are doing it? Here are some remarks people made to you this morning. Report them to your friends in the class. Okay, one by one, we are trying it. A. Teacher, I'm very busy now. How do we report it? The teacher told me that he was very busy then. Okay, we change now into then. B. Sister, the cows have been fed. How can we change it? Sister told me that the cows had been fed. Have been fed changes into had been fed. Let's continue doing it. C. Sohan, I know your address. Who said this? Sohan. Sohan told me that he knew my address. Know your address changes into he knew my address. D. Ramila said, I don't believe you. So while changing into reported form, Ramila told me that she did not believe me. She did not believe me. E. Alice, I am too late to go out. So while changing it into reported form, Alice told me that he was too late to go out. F. Sophie, my family is very supportive to me. The change is Sophie told me that her family was supportive to her. Alright, so we have done with activity B as well. And there is another activity in C. Let's go through what's that. Okay, C, activity C. Let's play. Okay, this is a game. You must be very excited, right? What game is it? It's a game. Work in a group of three people, three students. Student A whispers something to student B. Then student B reports it to student C in a whisper. Use the given prompts. Okay, you can play this game in group of three or even with whole class. So what happened is A to B. A says, I went to the market after school yesterday. B to C and B reports it to C. She or he said that she or he had gone to market after school the previous day. So reporting the statement what the friend said, like go to market is already done, right? Now you can write about eat Chinese food, buy new mobile phone, play games in computer, watch a horror movie, paint a scene, visit a new park. Like this you can transfer it one sentence to another and same sentences reported to the third person. In this way you can play this game in your class. Okay, so we have this much activity in our speaking session. So what did we learn in speaking session? Yes, we learned how to report. We will learn about reporting statements in detail in the grammar session. Okay, let's move to the another session. We have one more session today. What is that? Listening. Yes, we are going to deal with listening as well today. What is it? Listening. All right. So to begin our listening activity, we have a picture to look. Here is a picture. Look at the picture and answer the following questions. Okay, here's a picture. Can you see it? It is in your book as well. Yes, it is a little bit not clear. Even then we can say what is there. The letters on it are not much clear, but we can guess what activity is going on there, right? What can you see here? What is this? Okay, in this picture you can see different things like sun is there, right? Sun reflecting rays. What else you can see here? Ah, yes, we can see a car, right? Car, and there are some chimneys, fire. Maybe this one is heater or something, right? So you can make your own guesses. What are these? Then, okay, we have two questions over here. What does the picture depict? Okay, what does the picture depict? What is it showing? And next question is, what are the effects of this situation? Okay, this situation brings some results, either that is positive or negative. What sorts of result does it bring, this situation? As a whole, okay, we talked about these different pictures separately, but as a whole, this picture tries to show environmental pollution. Okay, this shows about pollution, especially, okay, you can see here smoke coming out, right? So this is air pollution, right? Especially as a whole, environment pollution, if we need to specify, air pollution is shown. So due to that, climate change, the effect brought by this might be climate change or greenhouse effect. As you can see, different gases, they are going up in the atmosphere, and it is creating a layer over there which is called greenhouse effect, right? The sun rays is getting into the earth, on our earth, but some gases, they come back to the earth. That makes global warming, right? So due to this global warming, climate change is occurred, and this is what the picture depicts. All right, we have already explained the pictures, whether our guesses are right or wrong. What is it? Let's listen to the audio and find out what this listening is about, and you need to carry out some exercises based on the listening. So everybody, are you ready to listen this audio? Very good. Okay, please listen to it attentively. Then we have to carry out several activities under it. So here you go, your first listening.
Human activities, from pollution to overpopulation, are driving up the Earth's temperature and fundamentally changing the world around us. The main cause is a phenomenon known as the greenhouse effect. Gases in the atmosphere, such as water vapor, carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, and chlorofluorocarbons, let the sun's light in, but keep some of the heat from escaping, like the glass walls of a greenhouse. The more greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, the more heat gets trapped, strengthening the greenhouse effect and increasing the Earth's temperature. Human activities, like the burning of fossil fuels, have increased the amount of CO2 in the atmosphere by more than a third since the Industrial Revolution. The rapid increase in greenhouse gases in the atmosphere has warmed the planet at an alarming rate. While Earth's climate has fluctuated in the past, atmospheric carbon dioxide hasn't reached today's levels in hundreds of thousands of years. Climate change has consequences for our oceans, our weather, our food sources, and our health. Ice sheets, such as Greenland and Antarctica, are melting. The extra water that was once held in glaciers causes sea levels to rise and spills out of the oceans, flooding coastal regions. Warmer temperatures also make weather more extreme. This means not only more intense major storms, floods, and heavy snowfall, but also longer and more frequent droughts. These changes in weather pose challenges. Growing crops becomes more difficult. The areas where plants and animals can live shift, and water supplies are diminished. In addition to creating new agricultural challenges, climate change can directly affect people's physical health. In urban areas, the warmer atmosphere creates an environment that traps and increases the amount of smog. This is because smog contains ozone particles, which increase rapidly at higher temperatures. Exposure to higher levels of smog can cause health problems such as asthma, heart disease, and lung cancer. While the rapid rate of climate change is caused by humans, humans are also the ones who can combat it. If we work to replace fossil fuels with renewable energy sources like solar and wind, which don't produce greenhouse gas emissions, we might still be able to prevent some of the worst effects of climate change.
Okay, so we have finished our first listening, and you must have understood this picture well, right? This picture, you have understood this picture well about what is going on, and our guesses were right. So it's about greenhouse effect, right? The gases trapped in the earth by the pollutions. Now we are moving to exercises. Exercise B. Exercise B. Okay, listen and complete the sentences below with the correct words and phrases. Okay, we have here A to G, the statements A to G, and some blanks over there. Like, okay, let's A number. Let's discuss A number. Pollution and what? Okay, a word pollution, and there's a word is missing. Are two of the human activities responsible for the rise in temperature of the earth? So what is missing over here? You have to fill. Likewise, B, some gases allow sunlight enter the earth but prevent the heat from what? So in this way, you have some blanks over here. You have to fill this up, these blanks, after listening to the audio once again. Okay, here it goes. Everybody, second listening, please get ready. Okay, here it goes. Second listening.
Human activities, from pollution to overpopulation, are driving up the Earth's temperature and fundamentally changing the world around us. The main cause is a phenomenon known as the greenhouse effect. Gases in the atmosphere, such as water vapor, carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, and chlorofluorocarbons, let the sun's light in, but keep some of the heat from escaping, like the glass walls of a greenhouse. The more greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, the more heat gets trapped, strengthening the greenhouse effect and increasing the Earth's temperature. Human activities, like the burning of fossil fuels, have increased the amount of CO2 in the atmosphere by more than a third since the Industrial Revolution. The rapid increase in greenhouse gases in the atmosphere has warmed the planet at an alarming rate. While Earth's climate has fluctuated in the past, atmospheric carbon dioxide hasn't reached today's levels in hundreds of thousands of years. Climate change has consequences for our oceans, our weather, our food sources, and our health. Ice sheets, such as Greenland and Antarctica, are melting. The extra water that was once held in glaciers causes sea levels to rise and spills out of the oceans, flooding coastal regions. Warmer temperatures also make weather more extreme. This means not only more intense major storms, floods, and heavy snowfall, but also longer and more frequent droughts. These changes in weather pose challenges. Growing crops becomes more difficult. The areas where plants and animals can live shift, and water supplies are diminished. In addition to creating new agricultural challenges, climate change can directly affect people's physical health. In urban areas, the warmer atmosphere creates an environment that traps and increases the amount of smog. This is because smog contains ozone particles, which increase rapidly at higher temperatures. Exposure to higher levels of smog can cause health problems such as asthma, heart disease, and lung cancer. While the rapid rate of climate change is caused by humans, humans are also the ones who can combat it. If we work to replace fossil fuels with renewable energy sources like solar and wind, which don't produce greenhouse gas emissions, we might still be able to prevent some of the worst effects of climate change.
All right, we have finished our second listening as well. I hope all of you are ready with the answers. Are you ready? Okay, all of you, I hope you are ready with your answers. Now let's check whether your guesses are right or wrong. Let's start with A, pollution, and what's there? What is the word missing? Yes, that's another cause of human activity, another cause of pollution, a rise of temperature of Earth is overpopulation. Okay, overpopulation. Did you guess the same answer? Okay, very good. Now B. Let's go to B. Some gases allow the sunlight enter the earth but prevent the heat from. So prevent the heat from what? Yes, the word is, here it goes, skipping, right? C. Burning of fossil fuels causes the rise of what? Rise of in amount of CO2. Okay, I would like to clap for those who answers correctly. Okay, very good. Now let's go to D. I hope you are ready with answer of D as well. Our oceans, our weather, our food sources, and what is missing over here? Have been affected by climate change. Okay, what is missing? And our food sources, and the right answer is our health. Yes, our health have been affected by climate change. Okay, some questions are still left. E, storms, floods, and what is missing over here? Yes, the right answer is heavy snowfall. Heavy snowfall and longer and more frequent droughts are some extreme weather conditions. F. Now let's go to F. Ozone particles increase quickly at, what's missing over here? At higher temperature. G. Renewable energy sources such as, what's missing? Such as solar or wind do not produce greenhouse gases. Okay, we are done with exercise B as well. Okay, put your hands together. Very good. We have done exercise B. Now let's go to activity C. We have one more activity to do, that is C. And what's there? Listen again. C. Listen again and answer the questions in not more than 3 words. Okay. So here are the questions to be answered, but while answering, do not answer more than 3 words. That means in short. Answer in short. A. What is the major cause behind the rise in the temperature of the earth? So causes, cause 1, cause 2, cause 3. Just 3 words. 3 words. Not exactly 3. Yes, not more than 3 words it says. So 3 words. Number B. Name any 3 gases trapped that heat on the surface of earth. So 3 gases, 3 name. What causes weather extremes? So here also three things you have to write. D and E likewise. Focus about 3 words, not more than 3 words. Okay, here it goes, your third and last listening. After listening, you should be able to answer all these questions. Okay, are you ready, all of you? That's good. Okay, here it goes, your third and last listening.
Human activities, from pollution to overpopulation, are driving up the Earth's temperature and fundamentally changing the world around us. The main cause is a phenomenon known as the greenhouse effect. Gases in the atmosphere, such as water vapor, carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, and chlorofluorocarbons, let the sun's light in, but keep some of the heat from escaping, like the glass walls of a greenhouse. The more greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, the more heat gets trapped, strengthening the greenhouse effect and increasing the Earth's temperature. Human activities, like the burning of fossil fuels, have increased the amount of CO2 in the atmosphere by more than a third since the Industrial Revolution. The rapid increase in greenhouse gases in the atmosphere has warmed the planet at an alarming rate. While Earth's climate has fluctuated in the past, atmospheric carbon dioxide hasn't reached today's levels in hundreds of thousands of years. Climate change has consequences for our oceans, our weather, our food sources, and our health. Ice sheets, such as Greenland and Antarctica, are melting. The extra water that was once held in glaciers causes sea levels to rise and spills out of the oceans, flooding coastal regions. Warmer temperatures also make weather more extreme. This means not only more intense major storms, floods, and heavy snowfall, but also longer and more frequent droughts. These changes in weather pose challenges. Growing crops becomes more difficult. The areas where plants and animals can live shift, and water supplies are diminished. In addition to creating new agricultural challenges, climate change can directly affect people's physical health. In urban areas, the warmer atmosphere creates an environment that traps and increases the amount of smog. This is because smog contains ozone particles, which increase rapidly at higher temperatures. Exposure to higher levels of smog can cause health problems such as asthma, heart disease, and lung cancer. While the rapid rate of climate change is caused by humans, humans are also the ones who can combat it. If we work to replace fossil fuels with renewable energy sources like solar and wind, which don't produce greenhouse gas emissions, we might still be able to prevent some of the worst effects of climate change.
All right, we have completed our third and last listening. Now we are to answer these questions. Question number A. What is the major cause behind rise in the temperature of the earth? So what are the causes? Okay, the causes are, here is the answer. Please check your answer. Pollution and overpopulation. Okay, pollution and overpopulation is our what? This is the causes. 2 causes are there, but words, okay, it's nearly 3, more than 3, right? So overpopulation is one idea, that's fine. B. Name any 3 gases that trap the heat on surface of the earth. Okay, I hear you can just name 3 gases, but in audio we have heard more than 3, right? So you can write just 3 gases. Answer. Okay, here I have, okay, more than 3. You just list out 3. CO2, methane, chlorofluorocarbon, water vapor, nitrous oxide. Okay, there were many, right? So among these all, select 3 only. All right. Next, let's go to C. The question C is, what causes weather extreme? So what was the cause of extreme causes weather extreme? The right answer is Warmer temperature. Okay, warmer temperatures causes extreme weather. Number D, what causes health problems such as asthma, heart disease, and lung cancer? So, the right answer is, what is it? Okay, good. It is exposure to higher level of smoke. If you are exposed to smoke, then such diseases can be caused. E. Okay, next question is, what is the alternative to fossil fuels? The alternative sources. Solar and wind. Okay, so these are the alternative sources. So we have done with our this all the exercises related to listening, and there's one more discussion question, that is D. Let's move there. What is there? D. How can human beings minimize the effect of climate change? Discuss. Okay. So as we are, you are a student and I'm a teacher. So together we should talk about environmental pollution. So how we can make changes in environment. We can create awareness among the people about environment and climate change. Now we have to think up of ways of minimizing effects of climate change. So what could be that? Come on, think up the points. Okay, let's list out these points over here. Are you ready? Some of the points to minimize effects of climate change could be, okay, it could be plantations. So many trees should be planted. When there are more plants, the environment will be better, right? Plantation. Next idea, reduce, recycle and reuse. Okay, 3R. Let's apply 3R. And then there is emit less carbon. How carbon can be emitted less? We have to think of that. Next one is make use of renewable energy like wind and solar. Just we talked about that. After that, switch to an electric vehicle. This is another way. And walk, bike or take public transport. This is another idea. Save energy at home. And finally, improve farming and encourage vegetable farming or vegetable farming. Okay, so these are the idea that can reduce effect of climate change. Okay, with this we have completed all our activities for today. I hope you enjoyed and learned this much for today. Thank you. Namaste.